Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuzz here, and today's video is going to be about some amazing tips and tricks in Runescape 3. Now, believe it or not, I have never made a video on random tips and tricks. I've only made like money making tips a few times, so I thought this would be fun since there's so many different small tricks that can benefit you, whether it be PVM, interfaces, skilling, money making, basically anything. So I thought this would be a pretty fun video. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure to subscribe because over 70% of you actually aren't subscribed. And we're super close to 26k, so thank you all so much again for the support. You guys really are the main reason this channel exists. You guys single-handedly make this channel, so thank you so much. Let's get into the tips and tricks. Alright, so the first tip is one that I was actually surprised how many people don't know about this, and that is making a bonfire preset. Now if you don't know, you can actually get a bonfire boost to your health to boost your health above its maximum life points. Most notably in the PVM hub, you get an additional 5% max life points, but this is actually based on your constitution level and current life points at the time of doing this boost. So what that means is wearing armor that raises your life points solely for bonfiring will make the bonfire boost much bigger. So as you can see, if I go and I bonfire boost with no armor on at my health at 10k, I'm gonna get a 5% of that as a boost, so 500 HP. But if I equip my tank gear like Elder Rune, a shield, Reef Walker's cape, Acto works great as well, it's probably the best, then I'm gonna get way more HP, like 200 more or so a 700 HP boost or so instead of like 500. So this is called a bonfire preset, and it's something really useful for PVM. So when you're getting your bonfire boost, make sure you're wearing your best tank gear to get the maximum HP out of it. Next is something that I've talked a lot about before, and that is the Alt 1 toolkit for RuneScape 3. Now you'd be surprised how many people don't know about this, and when I figured it out, my mind was blown. So it's sort of like RuneLite for old school, but it's not a client or anything. It's just a little overlay. You don't have to get like a client or anything like that. It's kind of like SwiftKit was back in the day, and it has all kinds of amazing things, but most notably the clue helper, which helps you find coordinate clues, solve puzzle boxes, tell you where you need to go for each clue. And honestly, I couldn't really imagine doing elite clues without them. It speeds it up significantly, and it's just a super amazing and useful tool. It can do many other things like notify you when you get a loot beam, when you're AFKing, notify you when your overload runs out, when you get a certain drop, all kinds of things to make your AFK experience more enjoyable. It also has a bank value calculator and many more awesome features. Something else that I've told a lot of my friends about is the game view. Now if you don't know, the game view is basically, well, what you see in game. But did you know if you're someone with a bunch of interfaces, they could be actually covering part of your game view? Yes, this blew a lot of people's minds when I told them about it before, but you can actually go to the edit layout mode in your settings and resize your game view to fit your screen. So you can keep your interfaces, but you won't have any of the game view being blocked by them. This allows you to basically be able to see everything and make sure you aren't covering something. My friend accidentally was covering like half his screen with his interfaces and was wondering why he was having trouble seeing at like Archglacier and bosses that, you know, kind of have a bigger arena. So this is really useful. So next is actually a D&D that some of you might know about, which is called the Giant Oyster. Now the Giant Oyster is a monthly D&D and can be accessed after completing the Beneath Cursed Tides quest. You'll basically farm and fish for a few minutes, feed the oyster, and then you can loot the Giant Oyster once per month and receive items from treasure trails. Now these items can be anything. Some people have gotten dyes worth over 10 bill before. So this is basically a free clue reward and XP every month. But another trick you can do with this, if you do happen to have any monthly reset tokens, you can actually reset the Giant Oyster, and I find it super worth it, and you can loot it twice every month, which is amazing. I do this every single month and get really good XP from the farming and fishing, but also get really decent loot like fortunate components, and I'm still holding out hope to get a dye one day. Now this tip is going to seem super straightforward, and most of you, maybe a lot of you already know about this, but I guarantee there's some people that don't, because I posted this before on my community tab and a lot of people's mind were blown. So you know how you move your camera in RuneScape 3? A lot of people move it with, you know, WASD, but did you know you can actually move your camera with the middle mouse button? So basically the scroll wheel on your mouse. This is how I have mostly always moved my camera, but I learned after posting that random, you know, tip on my community tab that a lot of people actually did not know this. So I wanted to mention it again because if you're somebody that doesn't know this, maybe I just blew your mind. So for anyone that likes elite dungeons, this next tip is for you. And I'm sure with the new buffing of drop rates in duo and trio elite dungeons, I'm sure a lot of you are going to be camping them, so this can be really useful. So basically, after the Curse of the Blackstone Dragon quest, you can go to the elite dungeon reward shop and actually buy an upgrade to your elite dungeon chest. Now this costs 750k Dungeoneering tokens. Yes, 750k, I know it's a lot, but trust me, it's worth it. So you can pay 750k tokens and unlock the upgrade. This will allow it so when you're in elite dungeons, you can actually use the chest to bank, which is super nice if you don't want to leave or need to bank before a boss. But also probably the best part of this upgrade is it will always grant you 20% chance for double loot on bosses, so you don't have to toggle the chest before a boss and have it drop on the ground and stuff to get that chance. You can just buy this upgrade and be good to always have the 20% chance for double loot when killing bosses. So a must-have upgrade in elite dungeons if you like elite dungeons, and I thought this would be useful to a lot of you. Now another small tip, I'm sure a lot of you have used aggression potions before, and maybe you teleport out, go somewhere, and your aggression potion is active and things just keep attacking you and it's really annoying and you want the potion to end. Well, you can actually get rid of the effect of this aggression potion by drinking tea, but of course not all of us are gonna have, want to go and buy tea or have like hundreds of teas in our bank. So something you can also get is something called a heated tea flask, which is a reward from treasure trails. It costs like 1 mil or so, and it's unlimited tea. So basically, if you're someone that uses aggression potions a lot and you're tired of the effect going when you don't want it to, the heated tea flask or just cups of tea in your bank is a really nice trick. So something that's come up recently in videos where I show prices of things, people are like, how do you know the prices of things over max cash? Where are you getting these prices? I even had somebody say they were trying to buy a Magma Tempest Codex for like 300 mil, which is the GE price, for over 2 weeks, and they had no idea why it wasn't buying. Well, it turns out Magma Tempest is like almost 2 bill, and this person had no idea of the true price because they were just looking at the GE price. So this is kind of a flaw on Jagex. They really need to do something to make it so everyone can see accurate prices, that you shouldn't have to go out of your way somewhere else to find prices on things, but sadly you do. So somewhere you can go to find accurate prices is the Price Check and Trade Discord, which I'll link in the description. My Discord also has the Price Check Trade bot in there as well. So you basically just type .pc and type an item and it'll show you the last trades for it. If you don't have Discord, you don't use Discord, you can also go to pct.wtf, which I'll also link, which is a website where you can search for items as well and get accurate data on, recent prices for things. It doesn't have every single item like cheap items, but for, more expensive items that the GE price isn't accurate, you can usually find them on here. So it's really, really useful. And if you haven't used this, hopefully it will help you out. So something that a lot of people don't know of is Maze Quest Caravan is a quest point reward shop, and this shop was released in 2018. It can be found near the Varrock Lodestone, and basically you can go on some different reward tracks to unlock different things based on your quest points. So other than the reward tracks you can go on, you will get these things called magical dice for each tier of quest points you have. So 25 quest points gets you 1 die, 50 gets you another, 75 quest points gets you another. If you have 200 quest points, you get a tier 2 die. If you have 225 quest points, you'll get a tier 3 die. If you have 325 quest points, you'll get a tier 4 die, and so on. You can get a bunch of these, and it's based on the quest points you already have. So if you've never been here and you have a lot of quest points, you can go here and get all these dice. And what these magical dice basically do is it gives you GP and a treasure trail reward. So basically, like the tier 3 dice will give you 1 mil and a hard treasure trail reward. And then the tier 4 magical dice will give you 2.5 mil and an elite treasure trail reward. So basically, if you have 425 quest points and you can get all the rewards, you're going to get 4 easy clue items, 4 medium clue items, 4 hard clue items, 4 elite clue items, 1 master clue item, and 20 million free GP. So if you haven't been here, even if you only have a little bit of quest points, make sure you go and claim your awards because you can get some really good loot. So our last tip's actually about an item called the Combatant's Cape. Now this cape is an expert skill cape and you need 99 in multiple related skills, so attack, constitution, defense, magic, prayer, range, strength, and summoning for the Combatant's Cape. And once you're level 99 in all these skills, you can get a skill shard while training those skills, and then you can combine all those shards and get this cape. Now, the great thing about this cape is you can actually add 2 skill cape perks to it, 2 of the combat skill cape perks to this, which is really, really good for PVM if you aren't maxed. So the max cape, you can actually add 3 perks, but if you're not maxed, a lot of people just assume they can only use 1 skill cape perk, like, you know, wear the prayer cape or something like that. But if you have the Combatant's Cape, it's a way to get 2 skill cape perks at once for PVM without having to be maxed. So I think it's a really useful tool if you aren't maxed to get that extra perk, and its stats aren't too bad at plus 21 to all styles. So yeah, that's going to do it for our tips and tricks. I hope you guys found something in this video that maybe helped you out. It was a pretty fun one to make. If you did enjoy, a like is always appreciated, and thank you all so much for watching.